Pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca has begun a worldwide withdrawal of its COVID-19 vaccine due to a surplus of available updated vaccines that target new variants of the virus.
제약회사 아스트라제네카가 자사 코로나19 백신을 세계 시장에서 철수시키기 시작했습니다. 회사는 이 같은 결정에 대해 다양한 코로나19 변이 바이러스에 대응하는 업데이트된 백신의 과잉 공급을 이유로 들었습니다. Okay, so we have plenty of these vaccines, it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of those around the world right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, there's no need to make more, I guess.
No, that's kind of what they're saying.
Yeah.
So AstraZeneca said that this surplus of available updated vaccines has led to a decline in demand for their particular vaccine, as well as some of the health concerns that went along with that particular vaccine.
Sure.
I think that would be one of the major reasons why. So this AstraZeneca is no longer manufacturing or supplying their vaccine anymore. Interestingly enough, on May 7th, so just a couple days ago, the European Medicines Agency, they issued a notice saying that the AstraZeneca vaccine is no longer authorized for use.
Okay.
Not the first country or collection of countries to do that. It's actually not been available for use in Australia since March 2023, even though it was already being phased out from June of 2021.
Yeah.
So, yeah, AstraZeneca is kind of one that no one really wants anymore, obviously.
But with news like this, it really sort of does hit home in the fact that, we really are now past COVID and post-pandemic and all of that stuff.
Yeah, we're still just looking back and
Yeah.
people are more questioning what happened and the decisions that were made.
Okay. Well, AstraZeneca is withdrawing its vaccine.
That's right. So you actually used it as a verb there. You said they are withdrawing.
Yeah.
But the word we have here is withdrawal. So that's a noun. You usually say you need to make a withdrawal. So go to the bank and you
Yeah.
make a withdrawal from the bank. Sometimes people will demand a withdrawal of comment. Someone makes a bad comment. That's a way it's used. You might also hear about withdrawal symptoms. So someone who was on some type of medication
Right.
or even like narcotics, they can suffer from withdrawal symptoms. You'll even hear people just say withdrawals. They just pluralize that word.
Is that used for people who quit smoking as well?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they have these cravings and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
금단 현상이네요. 예, 그때도 쓸 수 있는데 withdrawal symptoms라고 할 수 있고요. 이 withdrawal 끝에 al 이렇게 하면 명사고요. 그냥 withdraw 하면은 동사입니다. 철수하다 이런 뜻이 있고 우리 은행 ATM 기계에서 돈을 뽑을 때 인출하는 것도 withdrawal을 써서 make a withdrawal 이라고 합니다.
Go to the bank today and push English on the machine and
Yeah.
you'll see withdrawal.
Yeah.
You'll see the word.
You could say I need to withdraw some money. 돈 좀 뽑아야겠다, 인출해야겠다. 그때도 쓰는 단어고요. New variants.
I felt like it was years ago. It's like a
Yeah.
deja vu explaining
Yeah.
words like this all over again.
We had this in the news all the time.
Yes, it was enough. Anyways, a variant of anything is just a slightly different form of that.
그렇죠. 우리가
So-
변이 얘기할 때.
Right. So sometimes, companies will release clothing and then they'll make a variant of that popular brand or that popular model, for example. Cars, right? Cars do that all the time. There's the main model and there's a variant with a slightly different engine, for example.
Exactly. 네, 약간 변형된 모델이라는 뜻으로도 쓸 수 있는데요. 이 바이러스에 관해서는 변이 바이러스, 새로운 변이 바이러스라는 뜻이 되겠죠. New variants. 몇 년 전엔 정말 자주 썼던 단어입니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. Pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca has begun a worldwide withdrawal of its COVID-19 vaccine due to a surplus of available updated vaccines that target new variants of the virus. Let's move on to the next headline.
China's lunar probe has entered its circumlunar orbit, it is soon expected to bring back 2 kilograms of samples from the far side of the moon, something that's never been done before.
네, 중국의 달 탐사선이 달 궤도에 진입함에 따라 곧 세계 최초로 달 뒷면 샘플 2kg을 채취해 복귀하게 될 것으로 보입니다. We're talking about the mission named Chang'e 6 or Chang'e Luhao.
Right.
And yeah, this is going to be the first to do this sort of far side of the moon exploration and not excavation, but bringing back samples.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And it'll be the first time ever. So
Yeah.
this, if they're successful, right? We
Right.
don't fully know for sure yet, but it is possible. In 2020, China collected samples from the near side of the moon, and now they want to make history by getting samples from the far side of the moon. This mission will last in total from launch date, which was a couple days ago,
Yeah.
53 days. And it's the first of 3 uncrewed missions to the moon planned by China this decade. So when you see uncrewed missions, you know that humans are not on board.
Exactly. We used to say unmanned, but I guess now we prefer to say uncrewed.
Sure.
자, 이제 near하고 far 이 반대말을 써서요. near side of the moon 그러면 달의 앞면, far side of the moon 달의 뒷면이 되겠습니다. That's one of our expressions. And circumlunar orbit.
Definitely something you'll never say.
Yeah, it's a
but
difficult one.
Yeah, very difficult. It means to move around the moon, right? When orbit is when, the world orbits the sun, right? So,
Yeah.
And then if you see lunar anytime, you know it means the moon.
Exactly. 자, 달 궤도를 말하고 있습니다. Circumlunar orbit. Okay, here's the headline again. China's lunar probe has entered its circumlunar orbit, and it's soon expected to bring back 2 kilograms of samples from the far side of the moon, something that's never been done before. And here's our final headline.
Scientists have found staggering amounts of lead in locks of hair from Beethoven, shedding new light on the potential cause of his deafness.
작곡가 베토벤의 머리카락에서 엄청난 양의 납이 검출됨에 따라 그의 청각장애를 초래한 잠재적 원인이 새롭게 조명됐습니다. It's a good thing we still have those samples, these locks of hair, and now they're able to really find out what's in it.
And these locks of hair had been auctioned off
Yeah,
years ago
yeah.
and for a lot of money. And then there was some Australian businessman who said, okay, I'll give these locks of hair that I purchased.
To scientists.
Yeah, I sent it to the Mayo Clinic in the U.S. so they could do this testing.
Yeah, and we now have the technology to be able to dissect and really sort of understand what was in the body, perhaps, through the hair. And we now know there was a lot of lead.
Tons of lead,
Okay,
actually.
how much
So
more than usual?
in one of his locks, there was 258 micrograms, and in another gram of hair, there were 380 micrograms. So 250, 380.
Okay.
A
What does that
normal
mean?
level is 4.
Oh my goodness.
So he's way more. The team that did this testing at the Mayo Clinic, they said that he had enough lead in his system to, at the very least, explain his deafness and his other illnesses. I didn't realize he was riddled with illnesses.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, absolutely. 자, 일단 보통 정상 수치, 우리 머리카락에서 채취할 수 있는 납의 그 수치는요. 4 마이크로그램이라고 합니다. per gram인데요. 이제 베토벤의 머리카락에서는 이 정상 수치 4를 벗어난 정도가 아니에요. 250, 또 한 머리카락에서는 380 정도의 엄청난 양의 납이 검출이 됐습니다. So what caused it?
Well, they believe it's very likely that it was cheap wine. Apparently, he drank a lot of wine. Back then, in the 19th century in Europe, they used lead in wines and
Yeah.
food, as well as medicine and ointment to make it taste better. So there was something that
Right.
they called lead sugar. It would lead acetate, had a sweet taste. And they often added this to cheap wine just to make it taste a bit better. Apparently, he drank a lot, about a bottle a day.
Oh dear, a bottle a day.
He believed it was good for his health, though.
Right, back then.
Yes.
Yeah, you probably didn't know better. 싸구려 와인 때문이었을 것이다. 이렇게 지금 학자들은 보고 있는데요. 예전에 그때 당시에 베토벤이 살아 있었을 때는 이 저렴한 와인 중에는 납 성분이 많이 들어간 와인이 있었다고 해요. 근데 체내에 납 성분이 많이 이렇게 축적이 되면은 청력에 문제가 생길 수 있답니다. 그래서 아마 그것 때문에 청력을 잃지 않았을까 이렇게 추측이 되는 것이고 실제로 여러 기록에 보면 베토벤이 몸에 좋다고 생각해서 하루에 한 병 정도씩 이 저렴한 와인을 많이 마셨다고 해요. We're looking at staggering amounts of lead.
When you see staggering amounts of anything, it means a lot of something. Like this is a more formal way to say it. in normal speech, you might use words like tons. I think North Americans will say tons a lot.
Tons.
Oh, there was tons of people.
Yeah.
There was like staggering amounts. There was tons of it. Australians, funny enough, I always hear them say heaps.
Heaps, yeah.
Right? Heaps of money.
Sure.
And a heap is just a pile of something, right? Like you have a heap of clothes on the floor.
Sure. You
Or a
might say
lot of
loads
something.
of something.
Yeah, loads is that is the other one I was
맞은-
thinking
yeah.
about.
맞아요. staggering이라는 게 엄청난이라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 엄청난 양의 납이 검출이 됐습니다. And it shed new light on why he went deaf.
When we talk about shedding new light on something, it's when some new information is exposed. I don't know if you're keeping up on the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef right now.
No.
You're not keeping up on that? They're doing diss tracks to each other.
Okay.
And these tracks are shedding a lot of new light on
They're both
information we
musicians.
didn't. Yes,
Right,
Drake
right.
and Kendrick Lamar,
Right,
the
yeah.
two biggest rappers in the
Rappers,
world.
yeah.
These diss tracks, they're saying a lot of bad things about each other. So it's shedding a lot of new light on things we didn't know about these guys. Whether these claims are true or not, it is like the internet is blowing up about this.
자, 새롭게 조명하다라는 뜻입니다. 새로운 사실이 드러났다라는 뜻인데요. shed new light on something이라고 합니다. Here's the headline again. Scientists have found staggering amounts of lead in locks of hair from Beethoven, shedding new light on the potential cause of his deafness.